Hello, this is Concepcion Camargo, and I will be presenting the Pi Instructional Design Model by Newby, Stepich, Lehman, and Russell. The Pi Instructional Design Model was developed in 2000 by Timothy Newby, Jim Lehman, Don Stepich, and Jim Russell. Together, they authored a book for educators titled Educational Technology for Teaching and Learning. In their book, they focus on classroom instruction with an emphasis with incorporating technology. They also introduced the Pi instructional model consisting of 3 phases, which are planning, implementing, and evaluating. Here is a little about the instructional designers. Dr. Timothy Newby is a current professor at Purdue University where he teaches in the Department of Curriculum and Instruction in courses such as educational technology. His primary research efforts focus on the use of technology in education and instructional strategies. He has published various educational research articles and books. Dr. James Lehman is an emeritus professor at Purdue University in learning design and technology. Before his retirement, he served as an associate dean for research in the College of Education and the head of the Department of Curriculum and Instruction. Lehman's primary research focus is on technology integration in computer science and education. He has also researched project-based and e-learning. Lehman was previously inducted into the Book of Great Teachers due to his various published works and his contributions from his research. Dr. Don Stepich is a graduate from Purdue University and currently an emeritus graduate faculty member at Boise State University. He served as a department chair of instructional and performance technology. As a previous social worker and current instructional designer, he has contributed to published works in education in the forms of books, articles, and presentations. He is an expert in using training to improve the performance of individuals and organizations. Dr. Stepich's research focuses primarily professional development and the development of expertise with instruction. Dr. James Russell is also an emeritus professor at Purdue University. He was a previous high school educator and member of Purdue's Book of Great Teachers. Russell specialized in incorporating technology in the classroom and presentation skills. As mentioned earlier, Pi is a cyclical instructional model consisting of 3 phases. These phases are planning, implementing, and evaluating. Like many other instructional models, the Pi model stems from the ADDIE model. It was developed to shift the classroom focus from teacher-centered instruction to student-centered instruction and places an emphasis on incorporating technology in each of its phases. In addition, the Pi model is a classroom-oriented model, which means it is most applicable in a classroom setting. Each phase of Pi is essential to developing an effective instructional plan. The first phase of Pi is planning. In this phase, instruction is sequenced to promote learning. Information is gathered on what students are to learn, as well as when, why, and how it will be best accomplished. Planning also consists of identifying learning objectives, analyzing the learner and the content. This will all assist the instructional designer to then create a lesson plan or outline of the learning experience that will lead to the desired learning outcomes and instructional goals. Further, an emphasis is also placed on how technology can be incorporated to assist in the planning of instruction and motivating students to learn. The second phase of Pi is implementation. During the implementing phase, the focus is on applying the instructional plan using instructional materials, technology, and media. In this phase, students experience the when, where, and how of learning, while teachers monitor and manage the classroom of diverse learners. The final phase is evaluation. The focus of the last phase of the Pi model is on assessing the effectiveness and efficiency of the instructional plan and materials on student performance. Technology is also included in the phase to determine how it can be used to assess instruction. During this phase, teachers reflect on the instructional plan to compare its outcome to the desired goal. Teachers may make changes and revise instruction based off the reflection and the evaluation of instruction. Then, the Pi instructional cycle starts over. One strength of the Pi model is a set of questions Newby, Stepich, Lehman, and Russell created to assist educators in structuring and designing an aligned lesson. These questions relate to 3 categories: teacher, learner, and educational technology. The questions can be organized into a chart and help teachers understand what needs to be considered during the planning, implementation, and evaluation phases. The following is an example of a few of the questions on the chart used to frame the Pi model. Educators use these guided questions to understand the role of the student, teacher, and technology through each phase of the implementation. Another strength of the PI model is the focus on teacher reflection in the evaluation phase. During the evaluation phase, teachers not only measure the effectiveness of the lesson, but also reflect on the successes and problems. Teachers analyze the issues encountered throughout each phase of the instructional design process and determine how it can be improved for future application. Another strength is the focus on integrating educational technologies into every aspect of the design phase. This is important because it will better prepare teachers and students to become successful members of the digital society we live in today. According to educational researchers Kent Gustafson and Robert Branch, a weakness of the PI model is the low amount of instructional resources available, which causes teachers to be limited to selecting and adapting existing materials rather than creating new ones. Another weakness is the limited amount of tryout time and revision time contributed to the instructional design. The PI model is mainly focused for a classroom environment, meaning a lesson will be tested on the day of its implementation versus other models where implementation is at a larger scale. The PI model is best suited for application in the classroom setting because it can be used to develop a simple instructional guide for teachers that can be easily implemented. Researchers Bahadir Yildiz and Yasemin Usuel conducted an example of a study demonstrating how the PI instructional theory has been applied in a mathematics classroom. In this study, elementary math teachers implement the PI model to design their lessons. The study further discusses the designing process through each of the three phases of PI. Throughout the planning and implementation and evaluation phase, a special emphasis is placed on the integration of technology and media resources. In conclusion, the PI model can be used to design effective educational instruction. I hope this presentation has helped you all with a better understanding of the PI instructional design model. Thank you all for watching.